The calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Let's go. Let's go.
Check 26, check 26, 80. Set. Motion. We got it. On three. Motion.
On first down, Taylor. And that's not the start that he was looking for, as he's going to be met and dropped behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 18-yard line.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Now a give right side. It's Taylor. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Give him 15 yards on that one, and the Dolphins have a first down.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it could be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Check, 59.
They'll run with Taylor. Not much there. Maybe a couple up to the 35.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Hug. 59 mark.
On second down now, it's Taylor. And he'll grab a gain of 5 out of this up to the 41-yard line.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
And it's 3rd down.
Coming to you. Alert. Check flag 47. Heavy on the edges,
Now Rosen looking at a 3rd and 2. Throw left side complete. That's Kennedy. And it was the stiff arm there that freed him enough to get the first before he's tackled. An effective 7-yard 3rd down conversion.
First down.
Mike is 59. Come on, boy. You better be ready. Don't be skateboarding. Jim. Check 50.
This a quick pass to Davis. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly.
Me and you Monday. I'm coming after you.
I'm coming after you. 47 Mike, 47 Mike. Mike, Monday.
Check.
Big gas. Check. Alert.
Throwing on second down. Rosen. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's third down. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. No. Chance at all. Way easier said than done.
The seventh play now of this opening drive. This is third and long, though.
Mike 59.
Hey, Steve 6.
Mike, check. 59. Go on, D. 59's Mike. Check, 59. Let's go. Let's get this ball back for the offense. Let's go. Kill. Check 99. Hey, quarter. Hatchet. Monday.
Throwing again, it's Rosen. Wide open receiver complete. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 38-yard line. Nice job keeping that opening drive alive, and they're in plus territory, that part of the field where you really want to convert on third down. They did.
Big-time pickup for them, and now I think the aggressive play callers think to themselves, this part of the field, I take my shot at the end zone, because the closer you get to the end zone, the field gets condensed. Makes it a lot tougher to run those routes. You still got a chance to actually run past people right now. Take your shot at the end zone early in the down and distance count.
Check hot route. Hot. Hey. You got to get moving, man. Man moving. You got to get there.
They'll run on first down. Taylor. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Double time. Four down. Alert. Bang. Monday. Mike's 59.
And let's pin them
80. No.
And now it's Rosen looking. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. The secondary, Charles, much maligned during the week. They didn't have their best game in the loss last week, but a nice play there.
Yeah, and I just know what they went through last week. I mean, ever since that time, their pride was hurt. They kept getting reminded of it in the local media, had to watch it on tape, and, you know, the coaches just got after them. They came in ready to play.
It's been a pretty long opening drive. This will be play number 11 coming up on third down.
Shit. Hey, alert.
Switch.
Rosen will throw. Pressure comes, and down goes Rosen. Give the sack to David Onyemata, the product of Nigeria by way of Canada.
What a nice read and play by the defensive tackle. Never bought the play-action fake. Went right for the quarterback and put him on the ground.
He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. We're scoreless after one. They begin on the ground with Kamara. And able to find a little space. He gets this up over the 15 to the 16. The safety, Rashad Jones, brings him down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Here's Kamara off the draw. Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he stopped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And they're going to have a third down. From the gun, Bridgewater. A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Raekwon McMillan. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line.
Check, 59. Oh, yeah. Here we go again.
After the interception, here's Rosen. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
Second and 10 now from the 27.
Mike 59. Mike 59. All day, just like that.
Middle.
Showing up.
Now Rosen looking to throw. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. Cameron Jordan, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
Third down. Third and long.
The Dolphins on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be third and a mile. Rosen just getting the snap off and 1. And that is incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces fourth down. And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so it shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away, but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
Check nickel, nickel, nickel.
They run it for the first time with a backup Murray. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading the play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
On 3rd down, Bridgewater. Open man, it's Keith Kirkwood. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. 17 there, and a New Orleans first down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. A give to Kamara running right. Kamara's got the first down and then some. A big play there out of Kamara. 48 yards on the ground. Terrific run from one of the fastest backs in the game today. A guy who keeps defensive coordinators up at night, no doubt.
Remember when we were meeting with the D coordinator before the game and all he talked about was run fits, making sure our guys were in the right place so there were no creases?
They missed their fits, didn't they?
Yeah, there was no fit there. The only fit was at the end when he threw his headset down after that big run.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And he'll find his way down right around the 12. Give him maybe a yard, quite the opposite from the previous big gainer. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. On 2nd down, Kamara. And Kamara has it stripped. And a pickup of about 4 down inside the 10 to the 8-yard line. Second quarter, 2 minutes remain. 3-0 our score.
That's it, baby.
A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best.
And he's got it. Touchdown, Saints. Keith Kirkwood, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Saints have taken the lead. So a challenge coming down from the booth, and that's where these challenges come from, of course, in the final 2 minutes of the half.
Yeah, now we're going to New York, right? That's command central for the officials. They'll talk, they'll take a look at it, communicate with the referee at the game site, and issue a final decision because they do have the final call now.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or 2 shy of the 30. The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they've got to make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. Rosen again on 2nd and 10. He gets this into the hands of Taylor. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Dolphins first down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
They'll look to throw on first down with Josh Rosen. And to the tight end here, Safarian Jenkins. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. The completion good for 3, and it's second down. That first down completion only netted him 3. Second and 7.
Check 59. Mike is right.
Again, it's Rosen. He's airing it out for Williams. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. That late in the clock, second quarter, why not just run it a time or two and get it into the locker room?
What you're saying makes absolutely perfect sense. Run it and get out of there. But I'm just wondering if the pressure of today's NFL and the high-powered offenses that you're facing may have forced them into saying, let's try and get some more points.
They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. And he'll work this back to right around the line of scrimmage and surrender there. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. So after the run for no gain, here's second and 10.
52's the mic right here, over there, right? 52's the mic.
From the shotgun, it's Bridgewater. He finds Latavius Murray. And he's upended after a gain of 4 up to the 25-yard line. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half.
Hey, we got 4. We got 4 down. Watch number 5. Check.
Bridgewater from the gun on third down. The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with fourth down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens. Here's Thomas Morstead on now to punt it away on fourth down. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And taken right on the 30. So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Set now to go for the third quarter. The Saints have the lead and set to receive the kick. That's fielded in the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
Still a few inches short of a first down as they come up now on second down. And to give this time to the tailback. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And that's going to bring up a third down. Here's Kamara trying to run for it. And he will not get there as they stop him short right around the 34-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a 4th down.
It's 4th down.
And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. Bridgewater with a keeper. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert.
1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Kamara trying the right side. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
Here we go. Here we go. Go to base. Get in the weight room. Get in the weight room.
Now on 2nd and 13. Bridgewater. He gets this one complete to Traquan Smith. 23 yards the pickup there.
Let's go.
That's another Saints 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 44-yard line.
52's the mark. 52.
A 10th carry for Kamara, and he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Again, it's Kamara. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 17 there and a New Orleans 1st down.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive. Because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
So a little bit of a stiffer challenge now. 1st and 15 following the delay of game. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
On the set, 52's the mic. Check, 52's the mic. I got you. I got you. Zoom. You're all right, baby. You're all right.
New mic 52, mic 52.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Bridgewater, and that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. So they come out of the locker room trailing, but plays like that, they won't be trailing much longer. Defense really starting out well this second half.
Yeah, they knew they had to jumpstart things a little bit. They really struggled in the first half trying to slow them down, but now they had a plan, made that adjustment that we always talk about, and it worked very well on that play.
Well, I was watching him in warm-ups, and he hit a 62-yarder that hit the crossbar and went over. This one a little bit inside of that, but not enough leg.
And the difference is what?
Well, your live conditions, right?
Live conditions, game conditions are a whole lot different than practice, where you just pop it up there, no rush, no pressure. I think maybe that takes a couple yards away from you when you have to do it when it's real.
Pick me up. Here we go. Watch out. Sponge. Quarter. 49. Check 49.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. Sheldon Rankins in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
Three bucks. Alert flare.
Middle.
Check 59, Mike. Mike is 59. Mike to 59. I'm going to run you over.
Off the play fake, here's Rosen. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard.
59.
Know your job.
59 Mike.
His name on that.
Check.
They go play action. It's Rosen. Going up top. This is caught inside the 15. And he'll be down deep into New Orleans territory. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal.
Watch out.
Hey, alert.
Kill. Turn it. Check 4. Twist.
Hey, alert.
He's checking.
Now a give right side. Taylor. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4. Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call, mark off the 5, and keep it moving.
So it's still 1st and goal, but now they get to try from a bit closer.
He's coming. Double up. He's coming. Double up. Hey, switch gears. Slam.
They run with Taylor. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. Back at the 5-yard line now, 2nd and goal.
Slam. Kill.
Run that.
Kill.
They go to the ground again with Taylor. And he takes it into the end zone for the Dolphin touchdown. A great effort there with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Dolphins are going to jump back in front. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the lead is now 10-7. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. But let's face it, we've been there. We've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now, start over again, and grind it out?
They stay on the ground. This time it's Kamara. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. The Saints on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Bridgewater to throw it. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result? Quarterback gets hit.
1 score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Now Bridgewater on 4th down. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. The Saints' decision to go for it backfires. And now possession will go over inside the 15-yard line. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. Able to get away. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Preston Williams, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Dolphins are able to extend that advantage. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. That'll be taken in the end zone. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned it 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Bridgewater, and he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 49-yard line.
Hey, pick your game up. Switch it. Switch it.
Out of the gun, Bridgewater. He's going to float this over the middle deep. And this is intercepted. And that should do it. Picked up by Xavier Howard. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
At their own 6-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Turnover that just got them the football back. Obviously a big one because had they been able to score on the other side, this would have been a one-possession game.
So you don't sense full relief here, then?
No, I don't. Especially with the ball this deep in their own territory because you make a mistake, they've got it right back in prime position.
They certainly do. So now, almost like a 4-minute offense, right? Take care of this bad boy. Make sure the other team doesn't touch it, but move it with consistent gains. Wear down the clock and make them use their timeouts in this situation.
So the face mask, quite a blessing there as they'll start out of harm's way with a 1st and 10. Taylor. And an alley to run. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Dolphins 1st down. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
The give to Taylor. Some nifty running, but it only gets him to the 45. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. On second down, it's Taylor. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. And Rosen's actually going to throw it here. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Cameron Jordan, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19.
Hey, alert, alert.
36.
Topper, topper.
Check, 47.
Man, that's trash.
80.
Hey, Delta.
Rosen to throw. And he's going to go down again. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long.
Check white 47. Check white 47. Come on, baby. Hey, quarter. Let's see what you got. 47's the mic. 47's the mic. Hey, we got to get this stop here, D. 47.
Now it's Rosen. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
Colquitt on to kick as he sends it away. A big kick that time, 52 yards. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need to score quickly.
Yep, 2-score game.
Onside kick and get the ball back and then score again, but they can't worry about the last 2 points. The only thing that matters is scoring quickly, then they'll take it from there.
He's going to let it fly. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by Minka Fitzpatrick. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. It's still 2 timeouts defensively, but even if they choose to use those, 3 kneel downs should be enough to get out of here with a victory.
And that's exactly what's being stated into the head coach's headset. Oftentimes they have a guy upstairs who monitors this at the end of the game. Little clock management 101.
Charles, in this one, I think the storyline really, the 4th quarter, coming into it neck and neck, but they were able to separate, put their foot on the gas, and get the win.
And since you mentioned neck and neck, I'm going to stay with a little bit of a horse racing theme. It was that close, and then really went into the gallop and finished it strong.
One more horse racing theme.
Go.
I am glad you posted today.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
So for Miami, the win gets them back to 500 at 6-6 on the year. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Houston to